Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to try something really crazy. We're really playing like a 3-color deck, like Mardu, but we're splashing for a couple of green cards. Mostly because I want to play a bunch of stuff that drains our opponent's life total, meaning they lose life, we gain life. Can we play a whole variety of those things that actually work together as a deck? I have no idea, but we're going to find out today because that's why we do these experiments. Alright, so starting at the top, we do have some cut down. It's mostly removal, and honestly, these probably are going to end up being replaced with like either Go for the Throat or probably Get Lost. I need to think about it a little more. But Vran, if we have other creatures die, then our opponent loses 2, we gain 2. Happens once a turn. Fear of Missing Out, really just here to kind of help us with our mana a little bit, because we are going to be at times needing 4 colors. This can let us discard, get access to some other things. But if we do get to attack twice with some of the stuff, it could be alright. il-kor does have Death Touch, which can be useful, but also when we play a creature, we gain life. If we have a creature die, opponents lose life. Lightning Helix does exactly that. Deal damage, gain life. Preacher of the Schism, not so much, but, you know, it makes a 1-1 that we can gain life with, and it's a quality creature with Death Touch, so it makes the cut for now. Zorline, definitely attack, gain, we get to spend some life, get something back, and if we get some of the other cards back, we could actually keep the cycle going. One of those things being Skirmish Rhino. It just drains 2 when it enters the battlefield, and there's a chance we could play it more than once, so that's great. If we're going to be doing all that, Enduring Tenacity actually becomes a pretty reasonable card here, right? If all these things are getting us life, that's also dealing extra damage to the opponent, so we like that too. There is a Shieldred in here because it kind of does both of those things, just a 1-of though. And we have Debris Beetle, just enters the battlefield, drains the opponent for 3, and then we have a big 6/6 Trampler to attack with. Also, new card, if you hadn't seen it, Inevitable Defeat. It's Mardu colors, it's 4 mana, it's instant, but it lets us get rid of any permanent, which is really nice. And your opponent loses 3 and you gain 3. So checking a lot of boxes here. And finally, Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, because it just deals damage. This doesn't drain. This is just another way to remove creatures and deal damage to our opponent. So yeah, this is a bit of a wild one. I don't know how this is going to go, but if you enjoy it and you want the deck list after you watch a couple of games, of course, there'll be a link that takes you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, where you can download this and try it for yourself. Also, if you want to build this or you want to buy any Tarkir Dragonstorm stuff or anything for that matter, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. Use code DRAGON, DRAGN, and it'll save you 5% off of everything you put in your cart. But for now, though, let's see if we can drain our way to a win. Jeez, what are we doing here? Keep this. At least we can play these two, even with the tap land on 3, so that's probably fine. Like, not crazy exciting or anything, but yeah, it does the job. Alright, well, let's see what gets cut down here. I guess I lead with this. I'm just trying to think, do I need green for anything over the next couple turns? Probably not, so let's just do this. I think we kind of have stuff we want to do, so let's... Yeah, alright. Well, another land, I guess, doesn't suck. Not that we terribly needed it, but it's fine. Would have rather been an actual spell, though. Alright, so we gotta Go for a Throat. Let's use this, see what's on top. Definitely don't need that at this point. Wow, lots of lands this game. So far, I think we've drawn... Oh, have we drawn an actual spell? Oh, no. Yeah, the Fear of Missing Out. The second one was the only spell we've drawn. Yeah. Kind of okay with that, all things considered. Pass the turn. I mean, we can use this, so if something threatening shows up, that's fine. This actually target non-land. Ooh. Oh, this is a Smuggler's Surprise deck? Oh, gosh. I was thinking something completely different. Oh, no. We're going to get wrecked. Okay, maybe the good news is they'll take this turn off to play Glissa and something, and we can kill it with an Overlord. Yeah, that's fine. They finally found a cut down. Alright, let's say. Could have been Shieldred there, which would have forced us into a different play, but this is fine. And you've used a couple of Go for the Throats already. So some of their solid... Though they could have enchantment removal. But some of their other solid removal's already gone. And somehow we're still at 20 with all the shenanigans that have happened. Wow, they're not using it to play anything for free here. And they only get a Llanowar Elf out of the exchange. Love that. Ooh, boy. We got damage galore here. Yeah, I guess we just kill a Llanowar Elf. Yeah, because dealing 4 so we can deal 5. Like, otherwise, we just deal 4 to them and they block 5. So that's a better exchange. I'm going to go with this, actually. In the event they're playing, you know, Deadly Cover-Up or something. I don't want to lose 2 of these. Oh, well, that's a thing. Good thing we can exile that. Much as I hate exile removal, that's pretty good for us. We will attack and just deal 9. That's better than dealing 6. Alright, opponent's at 3, and we have 2 ways to do piles of damage in our hand next turn. Now, if they have another, as we say, Vaultborn Tyrant, that's a little bit of a different problem. Oh, not really, because we could just hit them for 4 and hit them for 4 before they even get to block, so that's fine. Okay, well, and we found a skirmisher. Wow, we had all the damage here. Fair enough. Yep, alright. Can we do anything with this? Not really. I think we have to mulligan that. This is better. Yeah, maybe? Because we do have the Raucous Theater already. Problem is, this hand's just going to be slow no matter what we do. I think I'm going to get rid of this, though. We're going to get Duressed. Hopeless Nightmare. It's like, it's almost a Duress here, actually. Alright. Have a feeling the type of deck we're up against already. Will that matter? I don't know. We'll leave it on top. It might matter. Alright. Flash in a thing? Yep. That's what I thought. Sure. Alright, so... I'm just gonna pass. No, I was seeing if maybe they wanted to consider playing the 4/3 dude. Enduring Curiosity, but they didn't bite. So I'm assuming now their hand is a bunch of bounce spells and or removal spells. So what's the best thing we could do? I guess we do this. If you bounce this, we're not too upset. It can obviously die to a bunch of different things. That's okay. Wow, they just took the turn to turn that into a 3/3. Yeah, not blocking. I guess they just have a -3/-3 thing in hand, if I were guessing. That's what that feels like, anyway. See if we can kill that. And then force through an attack. Alright. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Ooh, this is interesting. We could get a swamp. No, we gotta get a mountain. And then we have green, black, white. Alright, sure. I guess we go with that. Seems reasonable. Can't really talk myself out of it. Ah, but you are also red-black, and you kind of still solve the same problem, so sure. Yeah, you can stay on top. That's actually nice, because it gives us an option for a different play on 3, because you don't necessarily want to play Zorline with nothing in the yard, but, you know, especially not on 3, because you can't even pay the 2 mana. You do it if you have to. I mean, it is still a 3/3 flyer that gains you life. Storm chases talent. Alright. Why do I feel that this is just one of the... Yeah, it is. I was about to say one of the silly Pixie bounce decks or whatever, but here we are. The good news is we have a lot of ways to gain life along the way, so we have options. What are we discarding here, though? I guess this... Alright, Debeedle, I don't hate you. Alright, talent. Obviously, blocking here is not going to result in much for us, because they're going to have another spell. Not a surprise. Okay, now we have to decide what's worth doing here. Do we play Zorline, hope it doesn't... I think we do this. I was going to go for Zorline, but I feel like maybe there's a spot in a turn or two if we're still alive. We can get a little more value out of it. Assuming we find a land or whatever, of course. But, you know, no guarantee of that. Let me get rid of Debris Beetle. Mostly, even though I like having the 3 life, which would be nice, there are some situations where we might want to fear plus kill something, or maybe Zorline on 5 if we can find the land. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That'll probably be the beginning of the end. I say that. We lose 2, go to 3. We can block 1, kill 1, take 2 if they have nothing else. That would be our only option. But then we can't ever use Zorline because we wouldn't have the life to spend. That's interesting. Like, I don't hate that as an option. I mean, I guess we just have to risk it. But they also didn't play a land there. So I'm assuming both those are live cards. And if they are both live, I have to assume we're dead. But you never know, I guess. Guess it's got to be this at this point. Having another thing on the ground is just not going to cut it. But it's probably another this town or something. And if it is, like, then we're just cooked, right? There's just nothing we're going to do. I mean, play another spell and we just die. And block 1. I mean, if it's a spell, we're still dead. I mean, like, just kind of is what it is. Alright. Can you drain me for 1? Did we slow roll a Hopeless Nightmare or something here? Oh, it's a Monastery Mentor. Whoa. That's crazy. Yeah. Alright, then. I guess we just play Zorline. Attack, and we'll just untap the Fear of Missing Out and not take our second attack. There's really nothing else we can do there. Alright, now we're dead. Okay, let's keep this. This is like the hand trying real hard to be good. If they have to rest, it gets a Lightning Helix here. Oh no, Acre Drinker. Y'all, I for real can't remember last time I saw one. Oh, I thought that was the tapped land. Oh, jeez. I goofed up. I was thinking that was the Surveil land. Yeah, we're going to be in bad shape now. Because now I can't cast what I need to cast. That's a problem. Yeah. Disappointing. Should have been paying attention. I mean, good news is they're not really doing a whole lot to us, so we do have time, but still. Okay. Let's pass. Should be able to still to kill stuff. They got a third land here. Pass. They are going to spend a pump. Love that. All right, let's kill that dude. All right. Excellent. Another Evolved Sleeper, sure. Let's go with Debris Beetle, I think. Really trying to figure out what I want these turns to look like. That's I'm like, I'm not totally sure here. Okay. Not quite what we're looking for, but I will do this. Gonna save the inevitable defeat because, I don't know, I feel like there could be a Shieldred or something still coming. Alright. Interesting, we're not pumping that. Well, it's just for Death Touch. Ah, see, I knew there was something else coming. I was like, the deck's more than just these little puds. Like, sometimes you just know, team. Sometimes you just know. Okay, sure. We can do that. So let's go ahead and just get that out of the way. We're not even going to entertain that. Got another one? Nah, I feel like if they had another one, they would have played it earlier. Cool. That works for us. So let's go here. And we'll play this to drain the opponent. You know what? If you want to give that Death Touch, I am okay with that. Or maybe you want to kill that. I don't know. Either way, I'd rather that than Shieldred. And they'll take 5 even if they kill it with a Battlefly or whatever. Been a while since I've seen just straight up mono black aggro, like super aggressive. Yep. We're kind of lucky though, because we've gained a lot of life already during the course of this game. Like 9, 10, 11 extra life. So while we were setting up, we had a lot of opportunity there. Interesting, not leaving the Death Touchers back. So this must just be a board sweeper of some kind, right? Oh, that guy. Yeah, sure. Ooh, that's cute. Do we just attack with Preacher and then just like sacrifice 2 lands? Like, I'm kind of okay with that actually. Like, if that's the game plan, I don't really hate that. And we get another little life gainer, which is cool. Yeah, exactly. They weren't interested in that exchange, so that's good for us. I could have got away instead of Shieldred, though. I could have just played Enduring Tenacity, so I could have sacrificed that in a land, which probably would have been smarter. Alright, is everything dead? Because if everything's not dead, this isn't terrible for us. Yeah, that's fine. Like, we are okay with that. Let's see. You block, you gain a life, you go to 10. You block this, that'd be 5. We're not going to give you that. That would be silly. So we're just going to do this. Ooh, Fear of Missing Out. That's going to be a free card. Love that. And they'll get drained for 1 anyway when that happens. So that puts them closer to just dying here. Let's just get rid of... I guess the mountain here. Because we're reaching the point we can just attack for lethal. Or anything that drains them also kills them because we can deal 4 from the Overlord. But next turn we just attack anyway. We just sacrifice a bunch of lands, whatever. Crazy. You'll see people in comments say like you can't beat Phyrexian Overlords or Obliterators, but you actually can. Like it's a good card. But there's a reason you don't see them in a bunch of top level decks all the time because they're beatable. Ah, just a land. That sucks. I was hoping for any of our cards that gain life. Would have been huge. Another Rhino. Another one of the exile things would be huge here. The Inevitable Defeat. Lightning Helix. Lots of choices. That would be good here. Lightning Helix will do it. Assuming we get to the attack step. Oh, we didn't have to. I forgot. We have the extra 3 there. So yeah, that does it too. Oh man, we get to a first and we have no early plays here. Everything is 3 or 4. Yeah, we're going to have to mulligan that. Okay, this is a little better. A little better. This needs 1 red, but also needs a white. We will have a white. We're definitely keeping this. I'm just debating if I keep these or I get rid of this dude, because I do need green for that. I'm gonna... but it's... Yeah, alright. I guess I gotta get rid of it. That's tough, though. And this is one of those decks where, particularly, you know, because you're playing 3 colors already and splashing a 4th, your mana's going to get a little tight at times. So you have to be real careful on your mulligans and when you go search for lands. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact we might get Duressed here. Yeah, Duress could have made this hand real bad. Oh, they have a cut down. Boo. I mean, I was like, that was a long time to cast a cut down. Sure, you got it. You can have this guy, I guess. Oh, I would have been able to cast my dang dude. I should have kept it. I almost kept it over the Inevitable Defeat. But, you know, things happen. Okay, that's a cool one. Pass the turn. So they're just playing a discard deck. Alright. Oh, can I cast this? I guess they have a bunch of removal in their hand. Alright. I mean, I have to assume that's what it is. I mean, it may not be, but... I mean, if they're not making us discard and they're not playing anything else, I mean... Okay, there's a Liliana. Now we gotta find a creature to turn the beetle on.
I've come. I'm tired of your secrets.
That doesn't quite do it. Let's pass the turn. Alright.
Now you've got my attention.
I mean, I assumed they were going to do something. I thought they might just activate Liliana first, but they opted not to. But they also don't want to discard anything here, which is very interesting. So, yeah. Alright. Ooh, I guess now, though, if we were to get our bat, we could get back Ellis. That wouldn't suck. Oh, no. We're just drawing lands. This is the worst. The opponent's obviously holding cards they don't want to get rid of because they'd have been pumping Liliana this whole time. If I was the opponent, I probably would have done it by now, too, though. But To each their own, I guess. This is obviously where the removal cards come in. I mean, yeah, I'm going to pay. Like, why would I not? Alright, question is our Debris Beetle dead? I feel like the answer is yes. I should just attack the opponent, because they don't seem to care about even doing anything with Liliana. So it's probably a dumb thing with as much stuff as we have that drains the opponent's life total. Yeah, that's fine. We assumed their hand was a bunch of removals, so no shocker there.
I'll be back with friends.
But the reality is, if I put them down to 6, there was a real chance that we just top deck a couple creatures and could win. That's a problem. That's why that Scavenger region is good, because I can't kill it right now. Because I have to discard something. I mean, they can just use their spell that's in the yard, make us discard this card. Yeah, sure. Makes sense. Man, for as many lands as we drew in the roll in the middle there, I'm kind of surprised we're even still in this, but it doesn't take a lot from here. Alright, they're at 8. Oh, boo. We didn't need them to gain life here. That's real bad.
When I win.
Alright, come on, deck. We need to produce another creature here. We have so many things that drain life, too. That kinda is one of them, but not really. What's funny is, had we attacked them to 6, well, I say that, but they still would also have a Liliana, so there's that. They would have the other Liliana. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, just to keep them from potentially getting to ultimate levels of Liliana, because that would be bad. But now they're just one land away from playing their Virtue. Oh my god, we just drew land here. I think we're cooked. I mean, maybe not totally, but it's real close. It's real close.
You won't be outsmarted.
All right, come on, deck. Ooh, all right. That's not bad here. Do we have anything we can get back with it? We can get Vran. I mean, that's something. Can't get Debris Beetle, unfortunately. All right, that could matter. I mean, that's a real thing. Also, is there anything in their yard to get? Oh, so they can't reanimate anything, so they can't even reanimate our Debris Beetle because it's not a creature. Oh, they could get our Zoraline, though. That would suck. Alright, I guess we just have to attack the opponent. Alright, we need them to blank here and just draw a land. Okay, so they're just getting back their dude. Fair enough. Alright, is it just a land? Okay, that's what we needed. That's pretty big. If we sack Vran, they lose to... I mean, if we sack Zoraline, but... I think we just keep Zoraline, because Zoraline can also gain us a life when it attacks. I don't know if that's going to be important, but it's a thing that can happen. Yep, draw a card. Hopefully it's not a removal spell. I mean, this is just like, they attack for 4, they block, we attack for 6. Like, it's a kind of an ugly situation here for us. Okay, Fear of Missing Out. That's just a free card. Which is another free card. Like, not mad at this. And Vran. Excellent. The most random sequence there, but I'll take it. Also, if one of these dies, that gives us an enchantment in the graveyard. That's actually great. I think we're just attacking with this. I'm thinking if I attack with Zoraline here as well, if they split the blocks, they take 2, they end up with the other dude. They're at 6. Then they have to draw removal. Well, they'll get one of our creatures, though. Man, this is tough, actually. I don't know if I should attack with both. I think I'm going to. Should I do that? Nah, I don't care if he makes this here. We're just sending them both at you. So this is to discourage them from possibly wanting to double block the Debris Beetle. It's really the whole reason I'm doing this. Like, if they double block it, we at least get 3 through. They're at 5. We still have sequences that we can make that happen. If not, they take 2. We lose Zoraline. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We could live with that. It's not the greatest thing, but it helps. They also lose 2 more. They go to 3. So now if their plan is just get the dragon back, we could be okay. And now we have a lot of things that deal 3. Oh, they got a 3rd dragon. That's tough. That's actually really tough. All right.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Ooh, boy. What do we do here now, then? Huh. Let's give this a think. What does this look like? Maybe we do nothing. I think that's sadly the plan. No attacks. I mean, we have stuff that can just deal 3. That's the thing. Like, we could just... Or get a Shieldred, or... There's a bunch of combinations of things that can put us in position. But it's kind of wild when the opponent has 3 dragons and they're just like, nah, we're staying home. Alright, opponent goes to 1.
Haven't you ever heard of personal...
Okay, so now when we attack, we can just kill the opponent. I have to attack with just these, though. Actually, I don't even have to attack with Zoraline. Just attack with the fear of missing out. Because if they kill Vran, we're wrecked anyway, right? So yeah, just attack with this. Cool, that's it. Alright, it worked. That was a little bit of a clunky sequence on my part, but we also ended up with all of our targets came later for the Zorlines. But somehow, we beat double Liliana, like 3 spot removal, a pile of the ruthless negotiations, and Virtue being on the table for 4 turns, I think. So that's a crazy way to win, but we'll take it. Alright, we can work with this, right? This seems reasonable. I mean, I have no clue what we're up against, but I mean, these cards feel like they do something. Okay. What does that leave us at? I'm gonna do this and actually just get rid of a land here. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I will play Vran to kind of force them to just use removal, because I'm assuming you have something here. Oh, it's a no more lies. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to assume we're holding a lot of removal here. So we go ahead and attack. Guess we'll try again. I'm assuming this is also going to get countered, but like, you can't just not play stuff. Here comes another counter. If it's not, I'm going to be stunned, because like, why did you keep the hand at that point? Yeah, I was going to say it had to be. Otherwise, That was going to make no sense at all. I mean, maybe they're going hard on counters. We'll see. Now spot removal? Nope. Okay then. Holding on to this because it just drains the opponent outright. Sure. I wouldn't mind replaying that. Been so long since we've seen a high noon deck. Oh, Abolisher. Well, okay. That's interesting. I'm probably just playing Preacher again here, right? There's really not a reason to do anything else. Yeah, definitely keep that. Red mana? What's that about? Oh, I guess because you want to activate your High Noon. They probably have something else, though. Yeah, this is one of the cards I told y'all not to craft, I'm pretty sure, in my, like, do not craft video. Because it doesn't do much, as it turns out. Against quite a few decks. Like, a deck like this one, I have almost no activated abilities. These are all just creatures that do a thing when they come on the battlefield. Yeah, opponent's just dead. Yep. Alrighty then. The interesting thing is, I'm curious what else the opponent's deck was, because we see a lot of, like, when you see the High Noon stuff, you see a lot of counters and things, because it's trying to deal with you 1-for-1 each turn. But you almost never see Grand Abolisher in there, partly because they're also playing, like, sweepers and things. So, I'm really curious what this was doing in the list. Maybe it's trying to just maximize High Noon, so you can't wait to do something on their turn. You have to do it on yours to maximize their counters, possibly. Kind of a neat idea if so, but your removal also doesn't have anything else to target, so it's probably just going to target that. Yes. We won't be able to cast that, but we can cast Helix. Alright, let's try. Oh boy. That's usually a sign of shenanigans. Alright. I mean, if we just draw like a mountain or a forest straight up here, that does a thing, right? I guess I'm going to shoot them, because I can't imagine a world where them doing anything with shenanigan cards is going to benefit us waiting. I mean, we can cast Shieldred next turn. We'll have the ability to cast Inevitable Defeat. But I'm assuming they're either doing... Nope, not that. I was going to say either some type of thing with Synthesizer, or they're doing graveyard things. And this looks more Synthesizer-y. No, Tithing Blade. Alright, well, use that treasure for that black mana. That's a thing that happened. Not gonna lie, opponent kind of surprised us here. Okay. We will still get rid of that. That was our plan anyway. But we can get white, black, red, and other. So we will use that before they even have a chance to do anything. Come on, I need a red or a green land off the top. Really a mountain or actually a Fable Passage would work, actually. Oh, that's good. That's a couple cards. Come on. Ooh, you were not a passage. But you aren't a bad card to have here. Wow, opponent's deep in the lab. Check this out. That's some crazy work. Yeah, sack a thing and go get your synthesizer. This is about to get real tough real fast, y'all. Guardian, sure. Yep. That makes sense. The crazy thing is, We are really, really, really close to surviving this and still killing the opponent because of the extra life loss. Depending on what they draw, of course. Alright, let's go for it. I mean, if they have the cards, they got us. Like, we have to stay back and block. We just have to hope one of the cards they have isn't a removal spell of some kind. If it is, we're definitely cooked. Well, that also gives something lifelink. If they want to. I mean, I assume you do. Giving something flying isn't that big of a benefit here, I wouldn't think. Yep. Alright, GG's. Actually, I say that. Let's see. They might give something flying. So that'd be 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nope, they went with lifelink. Alright, we can't win then. Alright. Ooh, yeah, let's keep it. It's a little rough because we have all this tap mana, but, you know, maybe we turn it into a thing. Alright, this has to get countered, right? No, no counter? Wow. I don't even know what to get rid of here. I guess this? Dang, I was hoping that'd be a land. Opponent, what are you doing? Let's do this first. I don't think it's going to change anything, but... we kind of do need that, though. Yeah, I can't really get rid of it. I mean, we do have a fourth land already. That's fine. I'll just draw it with this anyway. I say that. It probably gets countered since they've been waiting to do other stuff. Okay, we can live with that. Oh, they're just drawing here. They're not even countering. I was kind of half hoping they would because it would have given us two things in our graveyard here. Because now I'm possibly just discarding another instant. But I kind of want to just get down the Enduring Tenacity here. Hey, good old Simulacrum, the sad robot. Ain't seen you in a minute, buddy. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Let's, I guess we just put a land in the yard? Kind of like, do I care that they draw a card here? Sort of what I'm thinking. Like, is it even necessary? Yeah, I guess we get this since we have access to green anyway already. Yeah, let's just attack, I suppose. I'll let them have a card. I'm trying to figure out what the opponent's game plan is here. Because, I mean, counter everything obviously isn't a big enough plan. Shamil, sure. To get 3 steps ahead that you can't really do anything with. Alright, that was not gonna lie, a little bit anticlimactic. Alright, well. I mean, we're just gonna thin the deck out at this point, I guess. Go ahead and play this so we don't have to deal with that while the opponent's tapped out. They're gonna lose additional life. Then we attack them for 8. Alright, well, we have the lethal hit in hand with Lightning Helix, possibly. Yep, you have Ugin. You got it. Oh, yeah, we had it all kinds of ways here. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So that was just mono blue, artifacts, and Ugin. Alright. I mean, I guess we got lucky because we got some early things down under their counters, and then we kind of just did whatever. But, okay. Cool. Oh, see, this one hurts because we don't have a red source. Oh, now we don't have a black source. Dang it. All right, I'm going to keep this only because we have more black sources than anything else. And we can still cast Lightning Helix. All right, that helps a lot, actually. I say that. It kind of doesn't. Okay, well now I'm forced to get the black source. All right, well, I don't really want to play the fear of missing out into possibly a sheltered by ghosts. Because then the problem becomes that we wouldn't be able to get rid of it easily with the go for the throat. And that felt kind of bad. So I'm going to attempt to do this. See if they spend some resources to protect it. They didn't. Alright. I was going to say, if they didn't play a creature, I was assuming they were just down to having protective stuff. But nope, they are going for it here. Oh, that's what you're doing. Well, that's good to know. Sad that they're about to get that out of the graveyard, though. And there's not going to be much we can do about it. Alright. Still doesn't mean you're not getting an Oculus yet. And now? No, not now. Interesting. Okay, I guess we attempt to attack. Getting both triggers, which is excellent. Ooh, Zorline's kind of spicy here. Well, not because they're going to have another Torch the Tower. Yep. I was like, it was kind of spicy, but not spicy enough. Alright, fair enough. Let's just make efficient use of our mana here and go ahead and play this. I mean, we don't have anything to use it with, but it's here. But this at least leaves us in a situation that we could, like, fear missing out and Lightning Helix next turn, possibly. If not, our backup play is going to be just play Enduring Tenacity, I think. Wow. That's weird. You didn't play anything with 5 mana. There has to be a removal spell or something. I'm not believing this for a second. I guess I could have tried to play a Fear of Missing Out first, since it's probably what I'm going to play this turn. Just to see if they counter it. We could have got it back. But there is a world where I might want to play Enduring Tenacity, depending on what happens here. And yes, I potentially missed a point if we played Tenacity, but I was sort of anticipating the opponent doing something here. And it looks like they're not going to. Which is very peculiar. Are you waiting for me to do a thing? Weird. Okay, then I guess we just go with this. Maybe they're going to play a sweeper next turn? I have no idea what's happening. I'm just going to end the turn. I'm not going to overcommit here. Because if you're not playing creatures and you're not countering and you're not playing kill spells, like, what are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, what's about to happen to us? They just preemptively cracked that. What the hell's about to happen? Okay, so you have an Oculus. So they had to remove their whole graveyard to play the Oculus. That's fine, I guess. Like, that's one of those things you kind of go like, yeah, all right, you did the thing, I guess. What are we looking to do here? I guess we're just attacking. Yeah. Nothing in the yard to get still, but all right. Let's see what they do. Interesting they didn't want to block with the 2, which kind of tells us there's something under there that they want to keep. Might just be another Oculus, but if it is, it is, I suppose. At this stage, I'm actually going to get rid of this instead, so we have another removal spell if we need it. Well, now we actually can just cast that next turn, so that's kind of nice. Oh, it was not an Oculus. It was a fear of missing out. Look at that. They didn't have a 2-mana counter last turn, so now I just have to decide if they have something like 3 steps ahead or whatever. I'm going to do this first. Alright, they don't have anything. And then we get 2 attacks with these. Sounds good. Target you. Target you. Alright. Alright, and we have 3 damage already with Debris Beetle. Okay, good deal. Alright, y'all, this is what I'm going to say is playable, but don't build it. The reason is that I think the green, while cute, it kind of gums up things. I think we'll do this in the future, but we're going to play a version that's just all in Mardu colors, which I think will just be better. You could play extra Shieldrids, you could play an extra Enduring whatever if you want to. Tenacity, I think it is. Like, we could play an extra copy of the Inevitable Defeat. We could play, just go more heavy on the white and play like a Get Loss. Things like that. We can go better on our 2-drops and just not have to worry about our mana as much, I think would be the smarter play. Like, this is fun. Don't get me wrong. Being able to just drain your opponents and not care about a bunch of stuff is awesome. But you're not going to be better than like 51, 52% with this. It was almost 50-50. So nothing that I would really advocate for unless you just already have the cards and want to do it. But you can always check out one of the other standard videos we have because we've been playing lots of crazy stuff and those all were pretty good. So check those out. And as always, if you watch a video all the way through, it helps the channel. Y'all know the drill. Check the links, all the good stuff, support the sponsors. That's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.